Now from Angel Stadium in Anaheim, MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Detroit Tigers and the Los Angeles Angels. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about ready to go. So here's the lefty, Tyler Anderson. Tell us about him in that sub-3 ERA, Singy.
Well, anytime you can keep your ERA under 3, you're doing a lot of things right, and you're putting your team in a position to win a lot of ball games as well. And he's doing tremendous out there on the mound. Every time he gets the ball, you expect him to go out there and dominate, and that's what he's been to this point. We'll see how he is today.
Kerry Carpenter leading things off and takes a strike. Smoked on the ground a second. Gets it to first. And the first out of the game is an easy one. And now the Tigers line up for manager A.J. Hinch. Not a whole lot going their way offensively the last few games, Chris.
Yeah, Boog, and that can put more pressure on the pitching staff to try to limit the opponent to just 1 or 2 runs a game, knowing that their offense is not scoring right now. And that never really works well because you try to be too fine and you end up giving up a lot of runs. So we'll see if everybody can just relax, bring things together, and perform at a level that they're capable of.
And that one fouled off. 1 out, bases empty. He swings and fouls one off. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Anderson ready to work. And that's way high. Now 1-2. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. And there's 2 down. Here is Gleyber Torres. Torres starting up the middle at second, 28 years old. And he was born in Venezuela. Ground ball left side. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. And now the Angels will get their first opportunity in this one. No score. You're dialed into the show. Back here with my pal Singy. And taking the ball for Detroit, Jackson Jobe. What do you got on him, Chris?
Well, you can see his whip is a little above the league average. Not bad, but I think in this one he's going to need to control that a little bit better. Try to limit hitters from getting on base. Stay in that windup instead of the stretch. And when he does allow base runners, be able to throw a pitch. He's going to get a swing and miss, get out of the inning so that a base hit doesn't do more damage and put his team behind the 8 ball.
Zach Neto, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Not even close there. Ball 2.
Not showing great command so far in this at bat. 2-0 count. He's got to execute here or this could get ugly.
Check swing, called strike. And now it's filled up. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
And here is Nolan Shanuel.
That's a
First
ball.
pitch misses.
Counts 1-0.
That one missed. And
That's a
another ball.
I got 3-0.
That's ball four. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
Now, this was a story we were paying attention to before the game. We've seen him give up walks in the past, and it's an issue once again early on.
And now batting, Mike Trout.
Nope,
and downstairs.
Trout is one of the best players of his generation. He's a fan favorite because he brings a rare combination of speed, power, and all-around talent to the team. He's exactly the type of player you want to build around.
Fastball in the inside corner for a strike.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front. So off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
That's a ball. Tried the sweeper. Strike three, went back to the sweeper and got the strikeout. Jorge Soler up at the plate. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Way high.
Oh, that's upstairs.
In the air, fairly deep to right field. McKinstry sizing this one up and makes the grab. And that'll do it. Angels leave one, scoreless after one. Top of the second, and the batter now, Riley Green. Anderson back to work. That one finds the zone. That's strike one. That's a strike. Eric Summerskill with home plate duty in this one. Kind of known for being generous with the corners, Chris.
You know, I think that used to be a lot bigger deal in past eras where pitchers were working more in and out with their pitches. But, yeah, we'll see if those corners come into play in this one. Hey, no pitcher's going to argue at all.
2 strikes.
Fouls it off, still 1-2.
He's mixing his pitches really well, late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. See if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup.
I think he might have gotten away with one right there. That was a very hittable pitch right over the heart of the plate. And I know that batter is kicking himself right now. Would like to get that pitch again. Just pulled the string on it, and the deception gets him the K.
And next to hit for Detroit, Colt Keith. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. On the ground, right side. Shanuel steps on the bag. 2 up, 2 down to the top of the second. 2 down, base is empty. And up next for Detroit, Javier Baez. And that one is in for a strike.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
2 down, nobody on. And that is cut on and missed. And it's 0-2. Second inning here, no score. And that's too high.
2 strikes.
The wind and the pitch. That's way outside. And the count is 2-2. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. 2 out, space is empty. Swing and a ball line to center. And that gets down for a base hit. Now the third baseman, Jace Young. And a foul ball. In the air, out towards left center, and that is that. Tigers leave one. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here at Angel Stadium, and the batter now, Logan O'Hoppe. Fastball for a strike. Next one off the plate inside. And a count 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
It's a good breaking ball there, just off the corner where you can't really do much damage, but it's close enough to where you got to protect, and he just couldn't find a way to fight it off.
And now it's switch hitting third baseman Luis Rengifo. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and lifted into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Man at first with one gone. Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder. Fought off foul. Rengifo stands at first with 1 out. Sweeney. Quick feed to second for 1. And that's 2. 1 hit in the inning, but nothing more than that. We played 2 full. No score. Well, here we go. Top of the third, scoreless game. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Trey Sweeney. Strike 1.
0-1.
That one inside, and 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off. Good job to fight that one off. Rip towards third. One up, one down. Tomas Nido at the plate. Little chopper rolls foul. And that one fouled off. Top of the third, no score. Got him looking. Called strike three and a fastball up in the zone.
Well, he went up there trying to be aggressive, that's for sure, hacking at those first two pitches, but clearly that last one fooled him. He could have been sitting on something else entirely, but you want to be able to adjust on 0-2 and at least get a swing off when it's in the zone. Maybe choke up, maybe spread out your stance a little bit. You got to give the guy credit on the mound, though. He went right after him.
Carpenter in the box with two gone and takes a look at a called strike. That one fouled off. That's off the mark. Going to count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
And a foul ball. He stays alive. Hard hit right side. He takes it on his own, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Tigers are shut down there, and we are still scoreless. Back in Anaheim, set for the bottom of the third, and now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Kyron Paris. Raced into left. That's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Tried to get inside on him, but he was ready for it. Just kept his hands in and turned on the pitch. Quick bat through the zone. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
The batter now, Kevin Newman. And that one fouled off.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Got him. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Well, they didn't want to go after him with the fastball at all in that at bat. Nothing but off-speed stuff. Even with all the changeups coming, somehow he was still early on the swing. So I think he had to be thinking it was only a matter of time until he saw some heat.
Now it's the shortstop, Zach Neto. Pitches in there. Strike one.
0-1's the count.
Joe throws over.
No, he's
Paris back on a dive. On the ground, could be 2. There's one.
That's an out.
And they bounce into two already. This one ends the third. One hit in the inning, but no one left. 3 innings complete. We're tied 0-0. All set for the start of the inning. Now it's the right fielder, Zach McKinstry. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor. Back to the mound. He's got it. Fires over to first. And one gone in the fourth as they get the leadoff man. Gleyber Torres up to hit.
I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position, and that's what he does.
There's a swing and a drive. That one carrying. Gone off the rocks in center. Touch 'em all time. That one felt good. It's 1-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. That's as big as it gets right there. You take advantage of a mistake. That is an ultimate. Here it is. Watch it. I'm going to jog around the bases.
So 1 out, nobody on. Here's Riley Green. First pitch, and he just misses.
The hitting's going to come around. He's going to figure it out. But right now, his big asset is the way he plays the game on defense.
1 out, bases empty, and a run in. Top half of inning number 4. One down, bases empty. A changeup missing, and it's 2-1. And a foul ball. Battling here as he fouls it away. And they'll do it again.
He hasn't gotten the result yet, but he's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this pitcher.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Got him. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. And he's in there standing up with a 2-out double.
Everything came together for him. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Javi Baez digs in right side. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Swing and a foul straight back. Man on second, 2 down.
Inside, ball 1.
That one ripped right center field. That's down. One hops off the wall. Run comes in from second, and they lead by 2.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Here's the third baseman, Jace Young. Fly to left his first time. Ball 1, no strikes. Baez on at second with 2 down. Next offering is in for a strike. There's a swing and a miss.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
1-2 now. That one is upstairs. Next one misses. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Trey Sweeney up next for the Tigers. Three and 2. Payoff pitch. So now 2 on and 2 outs. First and second, 2 outs. And the batter will be the shortstop, Trey Sweeney. The shortstop takes the ball.
Ball 1, no strike.
There's a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
2 on, 2 outs. In there at the knees. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Ball 2.
In the dirt. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Here comes Baez around third. He'll score easily, and they're up by 3.
Comes through with the RBI. Takes an inside pitch and just fillets it over there to left field. And that's all he had to do is get something to the outfield grass to push that run across.
Now a chance for Tomas Nido. Struck out looking at his first at bat. There's a strike.
0-1.
Two on, 2 outs. On the ground to first. He'll do it himself. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. 3 runs for him here, and they move ahead. And midway in the 4th, it's the Tigers 3 and the Angels nothing. And we're back. Now the number 2 hitter, Nolan Schanuel. On the corner for a strike. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
And it's fouled away. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. And there's one down.
Up next, the Angels.
Here's Mike Trout. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Fastball for a strike. Trout in his 14th season, 33 years old. He's usually in right field, but today he's getting the DH treatment. The Tigers leading by 3. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. That misses the zone, and the count even 1-1.
Well, a nice day off for him, not having to jog out to the outfield. Gets to be in the DH spot. Be curious to see how he keeps himself in a rhythm, not playing defense.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. And there's a ball.
2 strikes.
Fastball is outside. Hard ground ball, base knock. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Showed a lot of fight with 2 strikes in that AB. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Now it's going to be Jorge Soler. Throw to second. Ow!
That goes to show you stealing a base is a tough thing to do and far from a sure thing, even with big-time speed. It's not easy to catch him, but that was a great catch and throw. Quick, not rushed, and accurate.
Two outs. Late with the swing there.
Well, you got to find a way to catch up to that pitch, perhaps shorten the swing, eliminate the stride. That one came in hot, but right down the middle, you're saying to yourself, how did I miss that pitch? Got to make a quick adjustment.
Next offering is down low. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. On the inside corner for called strike 3. Angels held in check. They trail in this one 3-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready now for the 5th inning. And here's the Tiger leadoff man, Kerry Carpenter. Anderson back to work. Outside corner, there's a strike.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Breaking ball misses down and away. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Tyler Anderson will depart, and he's not going to be happy with himself. New pitcher on the mound in a moment. On the mound now, number 57.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Zach McKinstry up now for the Tigers. And the first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Foul ball there. Carpenter aboard here at first with nobody out. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. And ball 1.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
Cut on and missed, struck him out, and that's the first out. Here's Gleyber Torres. He's already homered here in this one. Just missed. Action in the Angels bullpen. Jack Kachanowicz appears to be getting loose. Soriano getting cranked up as well. Fouled off left side. That just misses, and it's 2-1. Man at first, 1 away.
Good count for Torres here, 3-1.
And that is out of play. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
Riley Green digs in now.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
Next offering is downstairs.
1-1.
That's a base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Now a long throw home, but it's offline.
Well done. Drives in the run. Pitch was away, so he definitely pulled off it there. Not what you want to do with the pitch in that location, really, but he was able to guide it into the outfield for the knock.
And now the first baseman, Colt Keith, 1 for 2. And there's a foul ball. One out. Runners at first and second. Two on, 1 out. That one the other way. Off balance speed. There's 1. And that's 2. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now a 4-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here at Angel Stadium, John Shelby with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5, Logan O'Hoppe. And that one upstairs, ball 1.
You know, these Angels need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
Torres over to first, and a quick out, number 1.
Third baseman, Luis Rengifo.
Luis Rengifo, the next to hit. A single his first time.
Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have runners in scoring position because they put themselves there.
That one finds the zone, and it's 0-2.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
Swings and misses. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
Well, that at bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at bat.
And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
And now 1-2. Outside with a breaking ball. Lifted in the air out to left. Green settles under it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that's the inning. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. Tigers 4 and the Angels nothing. Back in Anaheim, all set for the top of the 6th. And now it's Baez. That one down the line, and it goes just foul. That one's upstairs, ball 1. Activity in the bullpen for the Angels. A right-hander is up and throwing. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Fights that one away. Still 1-2.
Pitcher having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. 3rd foul ball in a row.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. One, 2 now. And that one upstairs. Outside low, and it's 3-2. High in the air, out to right. Soler makes the grab, 1 down.
Up next for the Tigers, 3rd baseman
Chase Young up now for the Tigers. He's 0 for 1. Close one, doesn't get the call. And that's ball 1. Hit in the air out to center field. Paris. And it's caught for the out.
Now batting, shortstop Trey Sweeney.
2 outs, base is empty. And next up for the Tigers, Trey Sweeney. And he grounds one to the right side. On to first, and that is the inning. 3 up, 3 down that time. 8-9-1 scheduled in the bottom of the 6th. Tigers 4 and the Angels nothing. Bottom of the 6th, and stepping in is the speedy Kyron Paris. First pitch just misses. Right through there for a strike. Shortened the bunt and missed it. Now 1-2.
I'll try to bunt for a hit right there, and you can tell he's trying to get something, anything going offensively.
And down on strikes. And he's up to 7 strikeouts. Now it's the second baseman, Kevin Newman. Struck out swinging his first time. Lined into left center, base hit. And now the lineup turns over with 1 away.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone, and he was clearly ready to jump all over it.
Back to the top of the Angels lineup. And now the shortstop, Zach Neto. And that one a little below the knees. And that is ball 1. Outside corner for a strike. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Nolan Shanuel, the next to hit for the Angels. And first offering is fouled off. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
The other way. They take the force out. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang play to end the inning. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. Tigers 4 and the Angels nothing. And we're back. Top of inning number 7. Leading off, Tomas Nido. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. That misses the zone, and the count is 1-1.
Well, these Tigers, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
Too low, and it's ball 3.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a foul out of play. Payoff pitch. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Fights it off. He'll see another. Three-two. Swings here and drives one well left field, way back, and you can forget it. He circles the bases, and they add to the lead. It's 5-zip. He kept swinging, and it paid off.
Well, that was a battle, Boog, and he just kept taking his cuts. Finally squared one up. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spit on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Now the Angels manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Number 57 done for the night. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for
New
the
pitcher in the
Angels.
game for the Angels, Jose
Number 59.
Soriano.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is.
Soriano.
Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Back to the top of the order, digging in, Kerry Carpenter, 1 for 3.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Soriano, in his 3rd season, he features a sinker, a slurve, a four-seamer, a splitter, and he works in a slider. The 0-1. And a breaking ball misses outside.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
And a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. And it skips in the dirt. Stays alive. Hit hard on the ground to short. Whips it across. That's the first out, the top of the 7th. So up next, Zach McKinstry, 0 for 3, a fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. And a strike in there. Soriano is what you're looking for in a good reliever. The ball stays in the ballpark. It's so hard to square him up. One down, base is empty. That missed by a lot. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, he stays out of the middle and pitches either at the bottom or at the top on the edges. And because of that, if you do get it in the air, it's usually just a high fly ball. And when it's down in the zone, it's on the ground.
And that is downstairs. And that's ball 2. He's so consistent that the manager basically could look at it like he's got 3 outs sitting in his pocket. That shortens the game.
When he takes the mound, you feel like, hey, this inning is wrapped or this ball game is over. He's just that good. And you can see it in opposing hitters as well.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Now batting, second baseman.
2 down, bases
Gleyber
empty.
Torres.
Here's the second baseman, Gleyber Torres. He's already homered in this game. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
They know when he comes in, pretty much forget about it. Kind of reminds me of Mariano Rivera.
That's ball 2.
2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across here in the top half of inning number 7. And
That's
another
ball
ball.
3-0.
This is downstairs, and that's ball 4.
That just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
So a man aboard. Now the left fielder, Riley Green. And that one hit 97 on the gun.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. It's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Just off the outside edge. Ball 1. Torres, the runner at first with 2 gone. And he hits a ground ball right side, and foul ball. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Tigers add 1 to the lead on this homer, and the lead is now 5-0. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Set for the last half of the 7th. And now the designated hitter for the Angels, Mike Trout. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. Swinging a foul straight back. That misses the zone, and now it's even 1-1. Movement in the bullpen. Will Vest getting loose for A.J. Hinch. Skubal, a left-hander, also throwing.
He's been very consistent with his command out there on the mound, consistently throwing at the knees. Pretty impressive when a guy can repeat his delivery like this.
That one just missing inside. 2-2. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Baez settles underneath it. Puts it away for the out. 1 away.
Now batting, right fielder, Jorge.
And next will be the cleanup
Soler.
hitter, Jorge Soler. 0 for 2 in this one. That catches the outside corner, and that is strike 1.
I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in at bats. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced in this one.
And that's in the dirt.
2 strikes.
Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. See ya. Strikes him out for the 2nd time today.
Up next for the Angels.
2 outs, base is empty.
Catcher,
Next to hit, Logan O'Hoppe. Edge of the zone for a strike. 0-1.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
Yeah, big swing and a miss.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Still in total command on the mound with 7 shutout innings. It's the Tigers 5 and the Angels nothing. Back here at Angel Stadium, we're at the top of the 8th, and here's the first baseman, Colt Keith. Soriano back to work. Just missed. Nice grab. The throw. Nicely done for the out.
Now batting, the center fielder, Javier Baez.
Now it's Javier Baez. Ground ball up the middle, and that chance handled. Jump throw, and it beats him. What a play.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball, and then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance, had to try to, in the air, get his shoulders turned and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Paris brings it in for the 3rd out.
Now pitching for
New
Detroit.
pitcher for the Tigers, Will
Number
Vest.
19.
And you know, bullpen guys can
Will
struggle
Vest.
sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Leading off for the
Now the
Heroes.
3rd baseman, Luis
Third baseman,
Rengifo.
Luis Rengifo.
He swings and fouls one off. That one finds the corner. No balls, 2 strikes.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Swing and a high fly ball to left. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Angels, left fielder Gustavo.
Now it's the switch hitting outfielder.
Campero.
Check swing, and he went. That's strike 1.
0-1's the count.
The Tigers leading by 5 here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Right through there for a strike. Action in the pen down there. Sean Gunther, the young lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. One down, base is empty. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Now batting, center fielder.
And next for the Angels, Kyren Paris.
Paris.
There's a strike. Hit on the ground to the right side, and that's just foul. Nice play. Gathers and throws in the dirt. He picks it. And that's a great play.
This guy's anticipation is off the charts. Don't see many shortstops better than that. Great job to complete the play and end the inning.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back,
Angels.
and on the mound is the closer,
Number
Kenley
74.
Jansen. He last pitched 4 days ago, so he should feel pretty fresh.
Jansen.
Now it's the
Leading off
shortstop,
for
Trey
Detroit,
Sweeney.
Shortstop, Trey Sweeney.
And he pumps it a strike.
Well, a good slider from an opposite-handed pitcher has to stay in that tunnel just a little bit longer. Otherwise, recognition can cause you to barrel it up. And right there, the hitter clearly couldn't do anything with it.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Well, kind of a weird pitch and a weird swing on that strikeout. It's just a slider that caught a lot of the plate. I'd say a very hittable location. But in the box, I think he just gave up on it way too early. And by the time he realized it was dropping into the zone, he just fires off a really poor swing.
Tomas Nido now at the plate. First offering, and it just misses. Base is empty, one away here at the top of the ninth. Line drive and a base hit. So now the DH spot, Kerry Carpenter. Fastball in for a strike. It's 0-1. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Nido leads off first with one away. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider, and there's two gone.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there. And I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in. Kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to whereas you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it. And not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it.
McKinstry stands in now and watches strike one. Ripped on the ground a second. They get the force, and that is that. No runs, one hit, no errors, and a man left. And 9-1-2 scheduled to lead off the bottom of the ninth. It's the Tigers 5 and the Angels nothing. Back in Anaheim, all set for the bottom of the ninth. Now it's the second baseman, Kevin Newman. Not close with that one, and it's 1-0. Right through there for a strike.
Big at bat right here. He did the team thing, took until he got a strike. Now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever it takes to get on base.
And that one wrapped foul. On the ground, right side. Sends it to first. One out, bottom of the ninth.
Now batting, shortstop, Zach
At the
Neto.
plate, Zach Neto. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. And a bunt towards third. He's safe. On with a bunt single.
Maybe a little small ball is exactly what the doctor ordered to rev up this offense, and they've been pretty quiet all game, so maybe this wakes them up a bit and helps them get on the board.
And next for L.A., Nolan Shanuel. First pitch, and he just misses.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Swing and a miss at a slider.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Misses. It's 2-2.
Well, it's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. I mean, with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're
Lifted to left, and that should do it. And that'll do it. The Tigers use 2 pitchers to combine for the shutout.
Sometimes it takes just getting away from home. Players can sort of come together, connect a little bit more than they do when they're at home with their families, and that can breed to success on the field, as we saw in this game today. Excellent win by this team.
5-0 the final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long. About to get started here, and starting this one, Tony Gonsolin. And, Chris, he's a guy that gets better when things get tough.
Well, no doubt about it. He's going to have to put together some consistently good
Leading
performances in order
Rangers,
to bring that
center
ERA
fielder,
down. Now,
Kevin
he's got
Pillar.
good stuff. He's just got to be able to have confidence, trusted, and really go after hitters, not nibble. Trust that his stuff can have late life and miss barrels of bats.
Kevin Pillar, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Bunting for a hit. Not in time. That's a bunt single.
That's a fun way for them to start the game on offense. And thanks to a little small ball, they produce a base runner right away. And we'll see if this is part of the game plan for them today or if they just took advantage of an early opportunity.
Wyatt Langford will hit next. Fought off foul. Gonsolin, a 6'3" righty, 205 pounds, and he was a 9th-round draft pick back in 2016. Slice the other way and foul. And that's down and away.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
The 1-2. Good job to fight that one off. Nobody out. Runner at first. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Gonsolin fires. Ground ball left side, could be 2. On to Hernandez. So they get the out after a long battle at the plate. And now we take a look at the Rangers lineup. And so far this year, this has not been a very good offense.
Well, in this day and age, if you can't slug and get on base, that OPS has to be at a certain level. If you're going to produce runs, give your pitchers an opportunity as they're facing tough offenses as well.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. So next to hit for Texas, Josh Young. And that one's a little bit low. And that's ball 1. Pillar, the runner at second with 1 away. There's the strike. That's towards center. Pajes. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
Batting fourth, the designated hitter, Jonah Heim.
Next is the DH, a switch hitter, Jonah Heim. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1 ball, no strike.
Popped up. Freeman sizes this one up. Brings it in. And that is that. And the Dodgers are coming up to hit. No score. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Dodger Stadium. And on the mound in this one, Tyler Mahle. How about a report on him, Chris?
Well, this guy's just been filthy out there on the mound. Hitters batting under 200 against him, and they're just having a hard time squaring up anything, doing any type of damage. The only way he hurts himself is if he gives up the free passes and surrenders a rare home run. But outside of that, it's going to be a tough job for the opposing lineup today.
Miguel Rojas, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Hit in the air, left field. Langford on the move. Hauls it in, and there's one away. Time to check out the Dodgers lineup. This is an offense, Chris, that's having a hard time scoring runs right now.
Yeah, sometimes things just aren't going to click, and unfortunately what happens is players press, they try to do a little bit more, and they get out of their game. You've got to let the game come to you. If you chase it, it's going to run from you. So this is a team that just needs to calm down, relax, and understand that they're going to come out of this.
Mookie Betts stands in here, takes ball one low. One out, base is empty.
No, that's low.
That one outside. 3 balls, no strikes.
3 out.
That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
4 pitches. That's an easy walk, man. He could have walked me right there, Boo. The last one wasn't even close.
One down. Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. That one drilled left field. Langford pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Batting fourth, right fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
And now Teoscar Hernandez.
Seems like he's making contact with everything lately. Working on a 5-game hitting streak.
And ball 1 to the right fielder.
1 ball, no strike. Huh.
And a foul ball. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Two outs. Swing and a miss at the splitter, and it's a strikeout. On to the second now from Dodger Stadium. No score. New inning getting
Leading
started.
off for
Now
Texas,
it's Marcus
second
Semien.
baseman Marcus Semien.
Gonsolin back to work. Splits the plate, and it's 0-1.
First pitch strike right there for him. He's going to have to do that consistently if he's going to give any length to his skipper.
That one fouled off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
And the 0-2. And that one hammered. And that is a foul ball. That's inside.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches.
That one ripped left field. It one hops off the wall, should be extra bases. And that's a leadoff double.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks
right
to the
fielder,
bad job.
Adonis
Those small
Garcia.
moments can be costly.
Next up for Texas, Adolis Garcia. And that one fouled off. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here at the top of the second.
That's a ball.
Larry Bullard, our umpire behind the plate.
But Bullard's got a pretty standard strike zone. Sometimes they'll have you guessing a little bit, but overall, well-respected umpire in the league.
On a line, base hit. Coming home. The throw in. Safe. And it's 1-0.
Always feels good when you come through and
First
get your
baseman,
team on the
Jake
board
Berger.
first. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
And now it's Jake Berger to hit. This is another guy capable of hitting tape measure home runs.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Runner at first with no outs here. And down on strikes he goes. 1 out. Nick Ahmed here to hit. That one outside. 1-0.
1-0.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Godsland turns, fires. And that's through there for a strike. And it's 1-2. Garcia over at first with one away. Ground ball left side, could be 2. To second, that's 1. And that's 2. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's an early 1-0 lead. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in LA, bottom half of inning number 2. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Andy Pajes. First pitch misses.
Not giving him a pitch to hit there isn't a bad thing. He's dealing with a great first pitch hitter up there.
Righty delivers. Now this is in the air down the line. Garcia heads after it. He's got it. And there's 1 away.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Max Muncy batting with one down takes a strike. In there at the knees. That's strike two.
Well, he's gotten ahead with 2 pitches down in the zone. He has plenty of options right here. He can go up, he can go away, he can add velocity, he can subtract.
One down, base is empty. Set down on strikes. That was pretty nasty.
Oh, that was a pretty poor at bat. He just never got the bat off the shoulder. I mean, you got to go up there looking to swing at some point, especially once you're down 0-2. And at that point, make an adjustment, look to put the ball in play if it's anywhere close. And I'm just not sure what the plan was there.
Here's Kike Hernandez. Foul ball. Two outs, base is empty. And that one fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Gets a piece and stays alive. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
And they'll do it again. Next pitch misses way outside. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Catcher tosses the mask, settles under it. That is the inning. So they go quietly there. We head on now to the top of the third. It's the Rangers 1 and the Dodgers nothing. On to the third inning. And now the switch hitting catcher, Tucker Barnhart. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Conforto makes the catch, and there's one down.
Now batting center fielder Kevin Pillar.
Here's Kevin Pillar. Check swing and a ball outside. Ball 1.
No.
And another ball.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if they'll walk you.
That just missed. He walked him on 4 pitches.
He did not take the bat off
Now
his
batting
shoulder the
left
entire
fielder
at bat.
Wyatt Langford.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. Now at the plate, Wyatt Langford. 0 for 1 so far. Fouled off down the right side. Gonsolin checks the runner. Throws it away. Fly ball down the line. Hernandez ranging after it. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 away now.
Now batting, third baseman Josh Young.
Here's Josh Young.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Pilar on the move. That's in for a strike. Throw there. Safe.
Well, that steal right there is wanting to take advantage of having a really good hitter at the plate. Now they've got a much better shot at bringing home a 2-out RBI.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. A 2-run homer, third home run of the season, and they tack on to their lead. It's 3-0.
We knew it wasn't coming back. So impressive. You have to have such a clear and direct path to the baseball on a split finger, that location inside part of the plate. Did a tremendous job of staying inside of it and keeping that ball fair.
Two outs, nobody on. And here is Jonah Heim. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. There's the strike.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
On the ground, and Freeman, the Gold Glover, makes the play over to first, and that is the inning. Texas plates 2 on the homer. It's now 3-0. Back after this on the show. And we're back. Now it's the veteran outfielder, Michael Conforto.
Michael Conforto.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Foul ball there. Just off the inside corner. And it's 1-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Got him looking. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
And next for L.A., Austin Barnes. And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
And a good eye there. Outside low, and it's 2-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Back to the top of the lineup, Miguel Rojas at the plate. Fly to left his first time. That one ripped way back there. And it's off the wall, but foul. 2 outs. And a foul ball.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
In the air, left side. And that is that. 1 left for L.A. Still down 3-0. Back here at Chavez Ravine. Here's Marcus Semien. Semien measures 6 feet even. 34-year-old vet, and he was a 6th-round draft pick back in 2011. Throws to first.
Yep,
that's the first out in the top of the 4th.
Now batting, right fielder Adolis Garcia.
In steps Adolis Garcia, also known as El Bombi. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. In the dirt, ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
Just missed. That one finds the zone, and it's 2-1 now. And that is out of play. One down, base is empty. And that's downstairs. And that's ball 3. Swing and a ball driven out to center. Way back there. And that ball is out of here. A soaring shot to center. Home run number 5 on the season, and they boost their lead. It's 4-0.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Popped foul out of play off to the right. And that's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Up next for the Rangers, shortstop Nick Ahmed.
And now Nick Ahmed. He hit into a double play his first time up. Swinging a foul straight back. The 0-1. And that one pulled foul. Swings and misses. And now a man into scoring position.
Up next for the Rangers, catcher Tucker
And now
Barnhart.
the batter is Tucker Barnhart. Fly to left his first time. outside. And that is ball one. Man at second. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Squirts away a little bit. Runner at second, 2 down. Top half of inning number 4. Fights it off. He'll see another. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. And he's out.
Yeah, on the tag.
Knocked down, and that ends the inning.
Well, it's pretty difficult to throw a base runner out at the plate with 2 outs on a base hit to the outfield, but an excellent job of coming up with it, getting rid of it quickly, and throwing on the money. That is great technique from start to finish. Nice job to end the inning.
Bottom 4. Here's the second baseman, Freddie Freeman. Late swing, foul to the left. Yeah, that's in for a strike. 0-2.
He's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's got really good stuff in this one or not.
1-2.
Swing and a ground ball. Simeon tosses to first. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th.
Now batting, right fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. He was a strikeout victim his first time.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
Yeah, that's fouled off. They say you win.
No balls. 2 strikes.
Check swing. Now we'll look down to first. No swing. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Just indecisive in
Now
that at bat. He couldn't
center
commit to the
fielder,
slider. Tried to sit in
Andy
between.
Paez.
Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
Two down, base is empty. Andy Paez digs in now. And first offering is fouled off. Here's a high chopper. And the Dodgers are set down in order. Dodgers go down quietly. They're down 4-0.
Now pitching.
So they turn things over to the righty, Shohei Ohtani.
And he comes on here for the first time this season, and I'm sure there's some nerves involved in that, so we'll see how he settles in.
So the Rangers batting order turns over. Kevin Pillar getting ready to hit. That one finds the zone. Strike one. And that's outside. To third, Muncy. Now a jump throw. In the dirt, can't quite pick it, and that would have been a beautiful play.
Left fielder, Wyatt Langford.
So a man at first. Wyatt Langford stepping in for the Rangers. 0 for 2 in this one. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. Rudder stops at second. And the first two reach to start the inning.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
First and second, no outs. Here's the third baseman, Josh Young. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
No ball. 1 strike.
Pillar at second. Langford on at first with nobody out. Upstairs.
1 strike.
Ohtani. He's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts in a tough spot like this. That is a big time benefit.
2-1.
In the dirt, but kept close. Not in time. He's safe. And it's second and third with nobody out. Both runners move up on the wild pitch. And the double play is no longer in order.
Well, Boog, it's already been a tough start to this inning as it is, and that wild pitch is going to make things even tougher. 2 men in the scoring position now, still with nobody out. So this really becomes a strikeout situation on the mound.
Chop to third. Muncy. That's out number 1, and a run comes in to score.
As a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you, expecting to get a swing and miss.
The Dodgers bullpen with some action. Number 78 up and throwing. Number 86, a lefty, warming up as well. Next offering upstairs. Runner takes off. Pitch misses. And the throw, he's out at third.
Well, I could see he had a big lead out there at second base, so it wasn't a shock when he took off. But trying to steal third right there, it's kind of risky, man. You're already in scoring position, so you've got to make sure that you can make it there safely. That wasn't the case.
2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. Next offering is in for a strike. That's a strikeout. Ohtani sends her packing. So they get 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, no one left. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Rangers 5 and the Dodgers nothing. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Here's some real power at the plate. Max Muncy.
Max Muncy.
Malley back to work. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list.
You know, these Dodgers just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Pretty well struck. Back there. And that one is out of here. His second of the year, and they're on the scoreboard. It's 5-1.
That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
Kike Hernandez at the plate. Fastball for a strike. 0-1.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
The high fastball, particularly for young hitters, can be hard to lay off of because you see it so well at eye level, but it's really hard to catch up and get that top hand to work on time.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Barnhart to first in time. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Well, that splitter out of the hand, it just sort of jumps on you, and your interpretation is, here comes a fastball again. Well, it never really reaches because the bottom falls out of it and you swing over the top, and that's why they call it a split finger fastball, because it looks like a four-seamer.
One out, bases empty, and a run in. Last half of inning number 5. That one is hammered right field. That's back there. Onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Now batting, the catcher, Austin Barnes.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the catcher, Austin Barnes. First offering, and it just misses. And that one missing low. Just missed. He swings and fouls one off. Battling here as he fouls it away. Foul ball, and it remains a full count.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
This one in the air right field, and that's a fair ball.
Just one of those at-bats you almost hate to see come to an end. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
So the batting order turns over. Miguel Rojas steps to the plate for the Dodgers. That's hard hit on the line. And the inning is over. But not before they answer back with a solo home run. It's now 5-1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Start of the sixth, John Shambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Marcus Simeon. There's a strike at the knees. Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Kirby Yates, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. Phillips also getting ready. And a foul ball. The 0-2. And delivers outside. Ground ball right side. And it goes just foul.
Two balls, two strikes.
Swung on, popped up on the infield. Hernandez under it. Hauls it in for the out.
Up next for the Rangers, right fielder Adolis Garcia.
Up next for the Rangers, Adolis Garcia. He's already homered here in this one. That misses, and that's ball one.
1-0.
Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top half of the sixth. That's outside, and the count is 2-0.
He hasn't wanted to challenge him. Both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here. Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
Rips one to left. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate.
Nice
line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Now Jake Berger. Check swing, called strike. Swing and a miss. Man at first, one away. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Two away.
Now batting.
So next to hit for Texas, Nick Ahmed. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. Now the catcher up to hit. Tucker Barnhart. 1 for 2. Upstairs. And that's ball 1. Two on, 2 outs. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play.
That's a ball.
In the dirt. Next offering upstairs.
Well, out there on the mound, he's got to go right after this hitter because you don't want to turn this lineup over. This is the guy that you've got to get that final out, get out of this inning.
And they're all loaded up.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Boog. It's all
Now
about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here.
So the lineup flips over, and now it's the Rangers leadoff hitter, Kevin Pillar. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit out into right center. One run across. Now 2 runs score. It's 7-1.
Picks himself up a couple of ribbies.
Now
Pretty
batting,
much a
left
model
fielder,
swing on
Wyatt
that one as he
Langford.
ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
And I think Dave Roberts is coming out of the dugout. Ohtani will depart, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching.
So out of the pen comes the right-hander, number 78.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Wyatt Langford stepping in for the Rangers. Down and away for ball 1.
1-0.
Two aboard, 2 outs.
Ball 2.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Whips it to first. They limit the damage here. They put 2 on the board, 3 hits, no errors, but 2 are left stranded. 2, 3, 4 due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Rangers 7 and the Dodgers 1. Bottom of the inning. Here's Mookie to hit. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Oh, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
And here's Freddie Freeman. Freeman hits it in the air. Pillar moving under it. Puts it away for the out.
Now batting, right fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
So a man aboard. And now the right fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Activity in the bullpen. Jack Leiter, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Milner warming up as well. Betts at first, 1 gone.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
Here's a 1-1. Inside,
No, that's a
just
ball.
missed. On the ground to third, dive, and he's got it. Throws from his knees. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe.
Well, fortunately, they've got a big lead on the scoreboard, so that error shouldn't hurt too much. But you have to be careful about losing concentration in a game like this. It can be an easy trap to fall into.
So first and second with 1 gone. And up next for Los Angeles, Andy Pages. Swinging a foul out of play. Two on, 1 out. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
Dives, and he can't hang on to first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Now batting, third
Here comes Max Muncy. He's already homered in this game. Clips the corner. Strike one. All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Berger makes the catch, and there's two away.
Man, it's so frustrating. You got a couple of runners on. You want to try to drive in at least one run. Maybe you get a little too big with the swing. Pops out right there, and I tell you what, nobody's more frustrated with that at bat than him.
Little chopper rolls foul. Two outs. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
0-2.
The Dodgers threatening. Got him. Larry Bullard rings him up. So they load the bases, but leave him stranded. We're through 6 full. It's the Rangers 7 and the Dodgers 1. Well, this game isn't very close, Singy. Let's see if we got any messages from those tuning in today.
I know we got some good stuff in there.
Singy, you grew up in the Bay Area. Did you have a favorite player as a kid?
Yeah, I love the A's lineup. I mean, guys like Ricky Henderson, Dave Kingman, Terry Steinbach. I mean, you just go on and on. Tony Armas. Just some tremendous rosters back then. And I loved as a kid getting on the BART train, the Bay Area Rapid Transit, pulling up right there to the stadium and then going in and watching the game.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. You also had the pleasure of going over and hitting and taking batting practice at a big leaguer's house. Who was that?
Yeah, Willie McGee, one of the greatest of all time, in my opinion. Not
he
in the
lived
Hall
in your
of...
neighborhood.
Yeah, his folks live right down the street from me, and that's where his batting cage was. I used to look out of my backyard down the hill and just dream of one day maybe being able to go over and hit with them. And that dream became a reality when I was drafted by the San Francisco Giants.
Slider got him for strike 3.
Oh, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
Heim stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. The Rangers up big in this one. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Fastball gets the inside corner at the knees. Strike 2.
1-2.
One down, base is empty. And that's a little high.
Tough take right there. He swings at that more often than not.
Got him looking, and he didn't like the call. 2 down, base is empty. Now it's the second baseman, Marcus Semien. 1 for 3. And first offering is fouled off. Misses the zone for a ball. That was the sweeper. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And that extends the inning.
Up next for the Rangers, right
Now
fielder,
it's the right fielder,
Adolis
Garcia. 3 for 3, 2 singles and a homer. First pitch misses. Simeon off of first with 2 away. And the sweeper misses.
Whoa.
Pumps in a strike, and now 3-1 the count. That clips the corner.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
He goes down looking. Rangers lead 1, and they're on top 7-1.
Now pitching for Texas.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Jack Leiter.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
And here is Michael
Leading
Conforto.
off for the Dodgers, left fielder, Michael Conforto.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
1 ball, 1 strike.
In the air, left field, down the line, makes the grab on the run. And there's 1 down.
That's just a really
Now
nice catch
batting,
on the
catcher,
run right there. He saved
Austin
extra
Barnes.
bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
And first offering is fouled off. Leiter goes 6'1". He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a curve, and he works in a changeup. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
That one lifted to left. Langford makes the grab for the 2nd out.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front
Now
shoulder
batting,
coming open instead of staying closed.
hitter,
If he
Miguel
does that, he's going to be able to go
Rojas.
up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Rojas, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1. That pitch gets the corner, and that's strike 2.
What's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. Dodgers down in order. They're down 7-1. Back here at Dodger
Leading off for
Stadium,
Texas,
we go to the
first
8th,
baseman,
and now the
Jake
first
Berger.
baseman, Jake Berger. Ball 1, no strikes. And that's in there at the knees. Headed towards the corner. Pops over the wall, and that's an automatic double.
Well,
Leading
this
off
tends to
for
happen
Texas,
more often in this
shortstop,
park
Nick
than others,
Ahmed.
and that short fence is just so inviting for hitters. You see a lot of balls bounce over for an automatic double when no one can run it down.
So a man aboard. Next to hit, Nick Ahmed. Pitch misses there, and it's 1-0. And a swing and a miss there.
There's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
This one smoked out to left. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. Coming home. The relay to the plate. Save. In comes the run from second. It's 8-1.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Put a pretty good swing on that one as he drove it out to deep left. Didn't quite have the right combination of launch angle and exit velocity to get it over the fence, but you're never going to be disappointed with extra bases.
And now here is Tucker Barnhart. Gets the outside corner with that one. Misses outside, and it's 1-1.
One strike.
Man at second. In for a strike, and the count is 1-2. Now one missed. Swing and a miss at 96. Struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Kevin Pillar stepping in for the Rangers.
A chance for more damage right here. A couple of RBIs for him in his last AB.
Foul ball. There's a strike.
No ball. 2 strike.
That one out to right. Hernandez on the move. Won't get to this one. It drops foul. Got him. Outside pitch got the better of him that time.
Well, that slider down and away. It's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Langford in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Lace down the line. This looks like extra bases. Coming home. He will score.
Picks himself up an RBI. He got a pitch he could get to out front, kept his back through the ball, and didn't pull off or roll his hands over. And that allowed him to rip that ball down the line for the double.
Man in scoring position with 2 away. Josh Young stepping in for the Rangers. And that one is inside. Plenty of offense in this one, Singy. I guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Well, this was a game, looking at the pitching matchup, where you expected offense to score, and not as lopsided as this. But, yeah, you definitely expected to see some offense coming up.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Runner at second, 2 down, and we're in the top of the 8th. Ground ball to the right side. Freeman over to first in time. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Rangers 9 and the Dodgers 1. And we're back.
Leading
and now it's
off for
Mookie
the
Betts.
Dodgers, shortstop Mookie Betts.
Leiter back to work. And first offering is fouled off. Just off the inside edge.
1-1.
And now 2 balls and a strike.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
The 2-1 is high. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Oh, you know this guy wants to swing it, but he's showing some good patience in this one. It's the second time he's taken ball 4.
Man at first, nobody out. Freddie Freeman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. 0 for 3 in this one. Misses again, 5 in a row.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. Betts on at first, nobody out. Just missed.
2-1.
And a base hit into right center field. Betts around second, headed for third. And now runners at the corners, nobody out.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. So much of good hitting is finding holes in the defense. That's why you're always thinking line drive into the gap. Those kinds of swings really boost your confidence.
And now it's going to be Teoscar Hernandez. Just missed. Runners at the corners, nobody out. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. That one carrying. Out of here. A 3-run homer. His second home run of the series. And they get a few back. It's 9-4.
That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got a great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
And the Rangers manager making his way towards the mound now as he will make the move. Jack Leiter won't go any further tonight. And as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with a new pitcher after this break. Chris Martin gets the ball now.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Andy Pajes now at the plate. And that's a strike. And there's a strike on the outside corner. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Barnhart gathers, throws, in time to get him. One away in the strikeout.
Up next for the Dodgers.
Here's Muncy to
third
hit.
baseman.
He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
On the corner for a strike. It's 0-1. Bullpen action for the Rangers. Sean Armstrong preparing to come on if needed. Milner getting cranked up as well. One down, base is empty. That one's in there. And that is strike 2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again.
Ooh, he missed a mistake right there.
Swing and a miss. Some high cheese for strike 3.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Kike Hernandez. Right through there for a strike.
That splitty's a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand, looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
And that one fouled off. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. But the biggest swing of the inning comes right here, a 3-run homer. It's now 9-4. Major League Baseball is on the show. We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Kirby Yates.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in the first game.
And first offering is fouled off. Yates, known as a guy with pretty lights out type stuff, racks up the strikeouts, but the command at times can elude him. And it's even up.
Yeah, and a manager in a situation like this type of pitcher has to stay alert and ready. He's got to make sure he's watching from pitch to pitch, hitter to hitter, to quickly get another reliever up in the bullpen if he needs to bring someone in.
And that lack of command, that's usually one of the things that leads guys to be converted from starter to reliever.
Yeah, and it's such a short stint when you compare the two roles, starting and relieving. You hope that guy can find strike 1 right away when he comes in.
And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. And in foul ground, he pulls it down, 1 out.
Now batting, second baseman, Marcus Semien.
Marcus Semien stepping in for the Rangers. And that's a little bit high. Ball 1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Luis Garcia looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Base is empty, 1 away here at the top of the ninth. Next offering upstairs. One down, base is empty. That one's spoiled, and The count now 2-1. This one in the air, center field. Pajes sizing this one up. Makes the grab. 2 down.
Now batting, right fielder, Adolis
2
Garcia.
down, base is empty. And now the right fielder, Adolis Garcia. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Got it. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Offense held in check there. 8-9-1 due up in the bottom of inning number 9. It's the Rangers 9 and the Dodgers 4. So bottom of the 9th, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Michael Conforto.
Michael Conforto.
And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
1 strike.
There's a strike. 95 of that one.
Quickly down 0-2 in the count. I think you got to choke up a little bit, spread out the feet. You don't know what the velocity or the location of this next pitch is going to be.
And takes low for ball 1. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. Austin Barnes
Now batting,
steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
Austin Barnes.
And there's a ball.
1-0.
Bottom of the zone and a called strike. Just missed. That one the other way. Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the
Now
ball pretty
batting,
well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid
Miguel
contact, and that's all you're
Rojas.
looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
So they're down to their final out. Now it's the DH, Miguel Rojas. There's the strike. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And it hits the fence. Now he'll turn for second. The relay, and he's into second with a double. And man, just shy of a homer on that one.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Here's Mookie Betts now. Up the middle. What a stop. Throw to first. And what a play. Ball game.
Sometimes road trips can be tough. You're away from your family, but when you can win, silence that opposing crowd, it makes things just a little bit better, makes the road trip just a little bit shorter.
9-4, our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon. All right, just about ready for baseball. And the starter for Toronto, Jose Barrios. But, Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you know, look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
Ready to go now. So stepping in for Boston, Jarren Duran. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one is gone. The first batter of the game leaves the yard. His second homer this series. It's 1-0. One pitch, one swing, one home run.
Yeah, you could say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact. Oh, so much for settling into this game, Boog. No courtesy first pitch take right there. He was ready from the second he stepped into the box, got a pitch to hit, jumped all over it. I tell you what, that'll fire up the guys in your dugout.
And here is Devers. And that drops in for a strike.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Red Sox already leading. Devers in his 8th season, batting second in today's lineup. He's usually a third baseman, but today he's the designated hitter. Missed with a changeup. 1-1.
A little bit of a day off for him. Instead of being at the hot corner, he can just kind of put the batting gloves on, hold the bat as he sits on the bench, waiting for his time to hit.
That one fouled off. 2-2. And that's downstairs and outside.
The real threats are coming up. Already given up a home run in this inning. It's going to really have to bear down.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. And he walked him. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat.
Well, a great back and forth in that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there.
Runner on the goal, and that's a base hit. Throw comes in quickly, so even with the runner on the move, he holds it second.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. I know it was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Here's the Boston cleanup hitter, Wilyer Abreu. That misses. And that is ball one.
This might be the most pressure you put on this guy today. You got one run in. You got to try to get another one or maybe two.
Nope, that's a ball.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Devers over at second. Bregman at first with no outs. Pitch misses, and that's ball three.
Good pitchers make pitches in big situations, and right here with a middle of the order hitter up, runner in scoring position, he's got to find a way to throw a quality strike.
The pitch. Line to left. Roden tracks it down for the out.
Batting fifth, shortstop Trevor
As we
Story.
check out the lineup for the Boston Red Sox. And one of the most exciting young stars in the sport, Tristan Casas.
Well, Boog, he's a guy to watch because he capitalizes on the big situations as well as anyone. Hitting over 350 with runners in scoring position. And you know what that means? That means he's a key player for this offense because he can really drive them in when the team needs him the most. He's been clutch all year.
Trevor Story now at the plate as he swings through strike one.
Well, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. He talked about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to. It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
2 on, 1 out. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Went back to the slurve, and it was the right choice. Now batting Tristan Casas. Here's a guy who's been struggling so far this year. It's only late April, but still hoping he'll turn it around soon. First and second, 2 down. Next offering is foul back. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Solo shot opens the scoring for Boston. It's now a 1-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back now in Toronto. Today's starting pitcher, Tanner Houck. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Well, he's been a real quality starter for his club. And coming into this one, what stands out for me is that right-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 on the year. It seems that they have a hard time picking up his release point and tracking the ball into the zone. So we'll see how right-handers do against him in this one.
Bo Bichette, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. On the ground to third. Bregman handles. Zips it across. And Bichette is retired.
Batting second. First
Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. This group was shut out their last game, so we're going to see if they can bounce back with a better effort here today.
And Boog, it can get in your head a little bit when you get shut out. You're frustrated. You're seeing that consecutive streak of innings you haven't scored. And you want to get off to a great start, score early, because if you don't, you feel like it could linger into 2 consecutive games, which no one wants to be a part of.
And a ground ball to first. And he handles it himself for the out.
Batting third, second baseman, Anthony Santander.
Anthony Santander at the plate. And base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
That ball was blasted, Boog, and as broadcasters, we can go weeks without seeing a ball hit 115 miles per hour, which is what StatCast tells us there. Man, he really got the bat through the zone and did not get cheated.
Yeah, that ball was absolutely smoked. And now it's Dalton Varsho. Misses inside, and it's a ball and a strike. And that one finds its way through. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
Batting fifth, catcher
Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. Swing and a miss, strike one.
0-1.
Two outs, couple of base runners at first and second. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. That one not close. Now 1-2. That's a little bit low. This to third, Bregman. They take the force out. That's the inning. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. We move to the second in Toronto. It's the Red Sox 1 and the Jays nothing. Top of the second, and here's the veteran outfielder, Rob Refsnyder. Berrios back to work. A little bit low. On the ground, right side. Fires over to Guerrero. 1 out in the second.
Batting eighth, second baseman, David Hamilton.
Stepping in, David Hamilton. Check swing, called strike.
Definitely not a pitch location you're expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's got a good sinker ball. If he can get in that location, boy, you've got to look top to bottom, and that's going to make it very difficult to hit.
Next offering is fouled back. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Gets to it onto first. In time for the second out. Good job to clean it up after the drop third strike.
Carlos Narvaez.
And here's the rookie catcher, Carlos Narvaez. Off the mark there. 1-0.
Counts 1-0.
And downstairs. And now 2-1.
2-1.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
And down on strikes. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Red Sox go down quietly. They lead it 1-0. Back here at Rogers Center, we head to the bottom of the second. And now the DH, Addison Barger. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
And that's in for a strike.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And it's 0-2. Patrick Johnson calling the balls and strikes.
Pretty standard zone for Johnson. Sometimes he might get a little jumpy, a little excited and expand the zone, but usually you at least feel like the pitcher on the mound is earning it. And that's important because you got to make players earn it.
Little bouncer out in front of the plate. The throw to first. That's 1 out in the bottom of the second. How much were you aware of the umpire scouting report, or even who was going to be umpiring?
Not a whole lot. I mean, there were a couple of umpires that weren't real good, but outside of that, you just kind of went into the game, especially back when I was playing.
And there's a foul ball. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 umpires, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that was the cutter down and in right there, and typically if you're going to have a chance with the pitch, if it's down, that's your best chance of doing anything with it. It's kind of like a mini slider, just with a little less vertical movement, but still that one tied him up and he couldn't get the barrel to it.
Ernie Clement in the box now. No balls and a strike. Swing and a miss.
0-2 is the count.
Good eye on that spot.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
And that skips in the dirt.
2-2 to count.
On the ground to short. Whips it to Casas. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays. They trail here 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now, Jaron Duran.
If there's nobody on in front of him, you know, a single for him many times is a double. This guy is off to the races, ready to steal a bag when he's on first base.
In there at the knees for a strike. Trying to bunt his way on. And foul ball. 0-2 now.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And ring him off, says Patrick Johnson. That's a strikeout.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
And it's Rafael Devers in the box. Walked his first time. Just missed. 1 out, bases empty. And another ball.
2 balls, no strikes.
Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
Fouls one off. 2-2. And that's
I got
down and
3-2.
away.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
One down, base is empty. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Foul ball, and it remains a full count.
Now he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
Perfect.
That's a great at-bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
Boog, if
Now
I were
batting
him,
third
I'd be
baseman,
nibbling around the
Alex
plate as well.
Bregman.
I mean, this guy's just capable of hitting pitches outside of the zone and driving them a long way.
Bregman in the box now as he looks at ball 1. Second plate appearance of the day for him. And that's off the inside edge. And now 2-0. Man at first, one away. That one misses. And now 3-0.
That's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Now batting right fielder Wilyer Abreu.
And so 2 on with 1 out. Red Sox already lead it. Wilyer Abreu, the next to hit. He's 0 for 1.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Right down to shoot. 0-1.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to continue, finish off this hitter.
That one almost got him.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
Next offering upstairs.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
Bounding ball here, rolls foul. The 2-2. That smash towards center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 down.
Now batting shortstop Trevor Story.
Here's Story now. Went down on strikes his first time through.
This at bat might not seem like a huge deal right now, but baseball is a game of moments, and what happens here could change everything.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Swing and a miss as he was late.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
1 strike.
Swing and a ball lined out towards center. That's a hit. Headed for the plate. Relay throw home. Save. And the runner from second scores on the play. And they take a 2-run lead.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Now here is Tristan Casas. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Traffic on the bases with 1 already in. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. High fly ball out towards left field. Roden going back. Makes the catch on the edge of the track. But the RBI single pushes across a run. And it's 2-zip. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. And we're back.
Leading
Now it's the right
off for
fielder,
the Jays,
Nathan Lucas.
Right fielder, Nathan Lucas.
And that
Ball, that's
misses.
outside.
And that's ball one. Ground ball right side. Whips it to Casas. Leadoff hitter gone in the third.
Now batting, shortstop, Bo Bichette.
Bo Bichette up to the dish. Grounded out his first time. Fouled off left side. That's to third. Bregman to first. And a couple of quick outs.
Now batting, the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. Grounded out his first time. That one finds the zone. 0-1.
Yeah, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
Next offering is in for a strike.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Foul ball, still 0-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
The next offering misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Next offering is in the dirt. Swing and a bouncer towards third. And that's foul. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And that one is downstairs, and the count's full.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
Up the middle. Jump throw across his body. On the money. Nice play. Down in order go the Blue Jays. They trail things here 2-0. Back now in Toronto. And now Rob Refsnyder.
Rob Refsnyder.
Refsnyder in his 7th season, 33 years old, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2012.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
And that's off the inside edge. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire's strike zone.
Next pitch is downstairs. Just missed.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And a 3-1 on the way. That clips the corner.
We got full count.
Three-2 on the way. Stays alive. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. on and missed. Struck him out. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Now batting,
And
second
stepping in
baseman,
for Boston,
Hamilton.
David Hamilton. He's 0 for 1. Ball 1, no strikes. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
1-1.
Red Sox leading it by 2. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Now batting, catcher Carlos Narvaez.
Here's a catcher to hit, Carlos Narvaez. His first at bat was a strikeout. Barrios a check to first. Hamilton dives back in safely.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
And a foul ball. Red Sox by 2. That one fouled off. Rolled to short, could be 2. Bichette over to second, relay to Guerrero, in time, inning-ending double play. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We're midway in the 4th. It's the Red Sox 2 and the Jays nothing. Back here at Rogers Center. Now here is Anthony Santander.
Anthony Santander.
Fought off foul. That's a ball. Tried to attack with the sweeper. Fouled off. He was late. Popped up left side. Bregman settles under it. Makes the catch for the out.
Up next for the Blue Jays, center fielder Dalton Varsho.
Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Pitch misses, and that's ball 1.
Evidently not too impressed with that call, and it feels like he got squeezed on the outside corner, so he's making his case. You got to be careful to pick your spots in terms of showing your frustration with the umpire, and he felt this was his time.
Swings through that one for strike 1.
He's gotten into a really good rhythm, set down 7 in a row. He just wants to get the baseball and deliver it as quickly as possible. Keep the momentum going.
That one clubbed out towards left center. That'll be extra bases, and that's a double.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. 1 out, runner at second. Alejandro Kirk will hit next. Right through there for a strike. Man at second. And that is downstairs. And the count even 1-1.
That's ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Varsho over at second, one down. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Now a long throw home. Slides his hand in there, save. And they trail by one.
Well, back within one as he brings home the run. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
And now for the Jays, Addison Barger. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. Just off the outside edge. And the sweeper catches the plate. Blue Jays down a run. And that one fouled off. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Went back to the sweeper, and it was effective.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Here's the left fielder, Alan Roden. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Tying run is at first. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. And 1-2. Right side, and that's just foul. In the dirt. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit, and this is now a 2-1 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top 5, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, Jarren Duran. Berrios back to work. Just missed. And that's downstairs. And that's ball 2. And that's fouled off. Fastball for a strike. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Next pitch is outside. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Man aboard, and here is Devers. Hammers that one deep left field, and forget it. He sends one out the opposite way. It's 4-1. He ambushed him right there, Siggy.
Yeah, swinging on that first pitch, and I think losing one over the fence is exactly what he had in mind as well. A hard sinker can be a pretty tough pitch because of the late life and movement, but somehow he got the barrel to that pitch, stayed through it. Really nice job of staying on the backside until it was time to transfer that weight, and a really nice home run.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. That's all for Jose Barrios. Walk's a big problem for him today as he leaves on the hook for the loss. Back after a quick break with a new pitcher.
Now pitching.
Dylan Tate comes on now.
Gets an opportunity to square off against his former team, so I wouldn't be surprised if he came out a little extra jacked up right here.
Here's Alex Bregman. That's off the inside corner, and it's 1-0. High fly ball right field. Lucas moving back for this one and puts the squeeze on that one. One down.
Now batting, right fielder Wilyer Abreu.
Wilyer Abreu up next for the Red Sox. 0 for 2 in this one. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Movement in the bullpen. Number 51 up and loosening in the pen. Number 68 getting loose as well. Still only one out here in the inning. And another ball.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
There's a strike. On the ground right side. Fires to first in time.
Up next for the Red Sox, shortstop
Trevor Story comes up to the plate. Swing and a foul, pushed off to the right, and that will get out of play. The shortstop takes the ball.
1-1.
The 1-1 is fouled off. And misses inside. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's the third out. Devers goes deep for the Red Sox. It's now 4-1. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. And we're back. And the batter now, Ernie Clement.
Third baseman, Ernie Clement.
That one is inside ball one.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
That's in for a strike. That's down and in. Foul ball there. Still 2-2.